Can you share a little bit about yourself and the type of shoulder pain that you were experiencing before working with us?
Yeah, so I've been surfing and playing volleyball almost my whole life, and it started probably about 3 years ago. Just some dull pain that would occur from sleeping or doing weird movements. I've also been working out my whole life, and uh, it just got worse and worse, and it was really debilitating. I couldn't even do a push up. That's how bad it was. I couldn't play volleyball. I could surf a little bit, but pushing up off my board was hard. So I found you guys like on Instagram, and I was kicking around idea about going to a doctor for stem cells and all this stuff. And the it was painful enough that it felt like somebody was stabbing me in the side, and then underneath my armpit was still really it felt like a numbing sensation almost.
Can you touch on that referral pattern? Because that was something that came up multiple times when we were kind of working together, especially like here and kind of going down the arm. Can you touch on that specifically, what you were experiencing?
Yeah, so once in a while I would like sit on the ground and like lean up against the couch, and for whatever reason it would push on a certain part behind my scapula, and there would just be this numbing pain that would run from like my bottom of my long head of my tricep all the way down through my armpit and a little bit into like my lats. It wouldn't be there all the time, but it'd be there enough to notice it and to be annoying.
Yeah. And I guess like, you tried different avenues, like obviously before you kind of reached out to us, but like what made you ultimately decide to like choose us to work together like over the 12 weeks?
Because I was just scrolling through Instagram and it came up, and I saw like the exercises that you were doing, and my girlfriend was a yoga teacher, and she was trying to help me out, but I was like, well, it can't hurt. I'd much rather because if I lost surfing, volleyball, and going to work out, I don't know what I would do.
The trifecta? It's about to
Yeah.
say. So like kind of living out there, you're in the Outer Banks area, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a big part of life out there. What did you think about the way we structured your rehab program? Was there anything like unique or different that stood out to you?
It as soon as you had very simple exercises. The videos you gave were easy to follow. I didn't have to go out and get a bunch of stuff. It was basically pretty much anything that was around the house, and it didn't take up a lot of time. It only took like 15-20 minutes from start to finish, and they were simple exercises. It weren't painful. I wasn't sweating. It was just pretty straightforward and very simple to follow.
Yeah, and like what improvements have you noticed since like starting the program? Like what's different like these days compared to when you started previously?
Well, I can do all the stuff that I love to do, which is fantastic. And the thing is, I don't. It's not like I don't have shoulder pain once in a while. Like I don't have it at all. I mean, obviously, if I take a baseball and throw it as hard as I can, I'll probably rip my shoulder off my body. But from when I started, even like within a couple of weeks, it was already feeling a ton better.
Yeah.
And it was nice because I didn't have aching, if I was laying on my side watching TV or sleeping, I didn't have any aching pain that would wake me up. It was fantastic. It really changed my life.
What would you say to someone, because like, being on the online space, people can be skeptical. What would you say to someone who's skeptical about like working with an online shoulder rehab program with us?
I didn't follow your YouTube page. I just went directly to you. I was like, well, the guy who interviewed me at first was a nice dude, and like, you're a young guy. I figured that you have a little bit different way of approaching the rehab with, there's no injections, there's no surgery. It's all about form and making the function correct. And that's what really attracted me to it.